In recent news, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny had a rocky start on Rotten Tomatoes with a rotten score, but it has since improved and now holds a fresh score. However, how does this compare to other movies in the Indiana Jones franchise? Indiana Jones is a beloved Hollywood character with a history of well-reviewed films. But with Dial of Destiny releasing over 40 years after Raiders of the Lost Ark, where does its Rotten Tomatoes score stand? Disney and Lucasfilm premiered Dial of Destiny at the Cannes Film Festival to generate early buzz before its theater release. Initially, the critics' reviews were mixed, resulting in a rotten 52% score on Rotten Tomatoes. However, as more critics weighed in, the score significantly increased, and the audience reviews are generally favorable. Now let's see how these scores stack up against other Indiana Jones movies. Dial of Destiny's current Rotten Tomatoes score is 68% fresh, 16 points higher than its debut score. However, it remains the lowest score in the franchise, trailing 9 points behind Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Furthermore, the average Rotten Tomatoes score for Indiana Jones films is 83%, making Dial of Destiny 15 points lower than the franchise's average. Interestingly, the movie received a more negative response from Rotten Tomatoes' top critics, earning a rotten score of 58%. None. Moving on to audience scores, Dial of Destiny fares better. With an unverified audience score of 80%, it ranks fourth in the franchise, just 1 point shy of the pre-Dial of Destiny average. Typically, audience scores decline after release, but Dial of Destiny is expected to maintain a fresh rating, avoiding the low audience score of Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. In terms of overall rankings, Raiders of the Lost Ark holds the top spot with a 93% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Following that is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade at 84%. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull tie at 77%, with the former having a slightly higher review score average. Dial of Destiny comes in last with a score of 68%. When looking at audience scores, the ranking remains the same for the top three films, with Raiders of the Lost Ark leading at 96%. Dial of Destiny ranks fourth with an 80% audience score, while Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull has the lowest score at 53%. It's worth noting that Rotten Tomatoes scores are subjective and do not definitively reflect the quality of a movie. However, they provide interesting insights into how critics and audiences evaluate the films in a franchise that spans over 4 decades. As the final installment featuring the titular character, Dial of Destiny may have received lower scores but still maintains a perfect fresh streak for all 5 movies.